For over a decade, TLC's Sister Wives has offered viewers an intimate look into the lives of Kody Brown and his family. What began as a portrayal of a unique family structure has evolved into a complex narrative filled with emotional highs and lows. However, recent developments have sparked a significant backlash from fans who feel the network has failed to address the emotional realities of the family members involved. The turning point: Garrison Brown's tragic passing. The death of Garrison Brown, Kody and Janelle's son, marked a somber chapter in the Brown family's story. His passing brought to light the often overlooked emotional toll reality television can have on its participants. Fans expressed outrage over the lack of sensitivity and transparency from both the network and the family regarding the circumstances surrounding his death. Calls for accountability. In the wake of Garrison's death, viewers took to social media platforms to voice their concerns. Many criticized TLC for continuing to air episodes that delved into the family's personal tragedies without providing adequate support or context. One Reddit user remarked, "It feels like we're watching their pain for entertainment, not understanding the real-life consequences." The ethics of reality television. The incident has reignited debates about the ethical responsibilities of reality television networks. Critics argue that TLC has prioritized sensationalism over the well-being of its participants. The lack of trigger warnings or mental health resources provided during emotionally charged episodes has been a particular point of contention. The call for change. In response to the growing backlash, advocacy groups and concerned viewers are urging TLC to implement changes in how they produce and air content. Suggestions include providing mental health resources, offering trigger warnings, and ensuring that the emotional well-being of participants is prioritized. As one viewer put it, "If they're going to air our pain, they should at least help us heal." A path forward. The controversy surrounding TLC's handling of the Brown family's emotional struggles serves as a stark reminder of the impact reality television can have on its participants. As the network faces mounting pressure, the hope is that they will take meaningful steps to address these concerns, ensuring that the emotional realities of those involved are given the respect and consideration they deserve. TLC's Sister Wives has long been a staple of reality television, offering viewers an intimate look into the lives of Kody Brown and his polygamous family. However, recent seasons have sparked significant backlash from fans and critics alike, who accuse the network of sensationalizing the family's emotional struggles for entertainment value. This controversy reached a boiling point with the tragic death of Garrison Brown, Kody and Janelle's son, which many believe was inadequately addressed by TLC. The tragic incident. Garrison Brown's death. Garrison Brown's death by suicide at the age of 25 sent shockwaves through the Sister Wives community. Fans were left reeling not only by the loss, but also by the perceived lack of sensitivity from TLC in handling the aftermath. The network's decision to continue airing episodes that delved into the family's personal tragedies without providing adequate support or context was met with widespread criticism. Many viewers felt that their grief was being exploited for ratings. Viewer reactions, outrage and disappointment. In the wake of Garrison's death, fans took to social media to voice their concerns. One Reddit user commented, "It feels like we're watching their pain for entertainment, not understanding the real-life consequences." Others expressed disappointment with the network's handling of the situation, stating that TLC had failed to provide the necessary resources or support for the family during such a difficult time. The ethics of reality television. The incident has reignited debates about the ethical responsibilities of reality television networks. Critics argue that TLC has prioritized sensationalism over the well-being of its participants. The lack of trigger warnings or mental health resources provided during emotionally charged episodes has been a particular point of contention. As one viewer put it, if they're going to air our pain, they should at least help us heal. The call for change. In response to the growing backlash, advocacy groups and concerned viewers are urging TLC to implement changes in how they produce and air content. Suggestions include providing mental health resources, offering trigger warnings, and ensuring that the emotional well-being of participants is prioritized. As one viewer put it, if they're going to air our pain, they should at least help us heal. Conclusion: a path forward. The controversy surrounding TLC's handling of the Brown family's emotional struggles serves as a stark reminder of the impact reality television can have on its participants. As the network faces mounting pressure, the hope is that they will take meaningful steps to address these concerns, ensuring that the emotional realities of those involved are given the respect and consideration they deserve. The days following Garrison Brown's passing were quiet. Too quiet, according to many fans. There was no immediate tribute episode. No dedicated statement from the network aired during prime time. Instead, TLC continued with scheduled reruns and upcoming teasers for the next season. It felt, to many, like a business-as-usual approach to a deeply human tragedy. "I kept waiting for a memorial segment, or even a simple acknowledgement," said longtime viewer Angela Morse from Ohio. But there was nothing, not even a voiceover. That hurt. The silence felt like a betrayal, not just to the audience, but to the family members whose private grief had been made public for over a decade. When your lives are filmed and edited for mass consumption, the line between performance and reality begins to blur. In Garrison's case, viewers weren't just watching a cast member pass away. They were mourning a real person, someone they had watched grow up on screen. Janelle breaks her silence. It wasn't TLC, but Janelle Brown, Garrison's mother, who finally stepped into the public eye to express her heartbreak. In a somber video posted to her personal social media accounts, she addressed the outpouring of condolences. "My heart is shattered," she said, eyes red, her voice strained with exhaustion. Garrison was more than a storyline. He was my son, my beautiful, smart, funny boy. The video, raw and unpolished, quickly went viral. Fans flooded the comments with words of support, but many also turned their frustration toward TLC. "She had to do this herself," one commenter wrote. "Why didn't the network support her more publicly? Why didn't they provide her with a platform to grieve safely?" The question of consent. With emotions running high, a larger question resurfaced. How much say did the Brown family really have in what footage aired, especially in recent years? Sister Wives had always promoted itself as a cooperative effort, a family telling their story with the help of TLC. But behind the scenes, multiple production members, speaking anonymously, hinted that editorial control had gradually shifted toward the network, especially in later seasons. "Early on, it felt more collaborative," said one former crew member. But in recent years, the direction has leaned heavily toward conflict-driven narratives. The emotional toll was becoming evident, especially among the kids. Several of the Brown children have distanced themselves from the show, rarely appearing in later seasons. Garrison had been outspoken in the past about his discomfort with the direction the family dynamic was taking, especially during COVID era filming, when tensions between the siblings and Kody became a centerpiece. Mental health and reality TV. The events have intensified calls for reforms in how reality shows are produced, particularly those involving families and children. Advocacy organizations like Reality TV Rights and Behind the Lens have cited Garrison's death as a tragic example of what can happen when emotional welfare is not prioritized. There needs to be mandatory psychological support before, during, and after filming, said Dr. Melissa Rain, a media psychologist. These aren't just characters on a screen. They're people, often navigating life-changing moments while a camera rolls. Other networks, such as Netflix and HBO, have quietly implemented stricter mental health protocols in recent years. But TLC, critics argue, has been slower to adapt, particularly when it comes to their long-running, family-based reality content. The fans fight back. Online petitions quickly emerged, demanding that TLC acknowledge Garrison's passing with a special episode, or at least provide greater transparency about the show's ethics. One petition garnered over 75,000 signatures in a matter of days. The description read, "We, the fans, have supported Sister Wives for over a decade. We laughed, we cried, and now we mourn. But silence is not compassion. TLC must do better. Acknowledge the loss. Support the family. Protect future participants." The movement gained traction, even drawing attention from major media outlets. As pressure mounted, sponsors of the show were contacted by advocacy groups, urging them to reconsider their partnerships, unless TLC responded with empathy and action. TLC responds. Finally, nearly 3 weeks after the tragedy, TLC released an official statement. "We are deeply saddened by the loss of Garrison Brown. Our thoughts are with the Brown family during this time. We recognize the importance of mental health and are currently working to evaluate our support systems for all participants. Out of respect for the family's grieving process, we will not be airing new episodes involving the Browns until further notice." The statement felt late. For some, it was a step in the right direction. For others, it was too little, too vague, and too polished. The backlash, while softened slightly, did not disappear. "They had to be pressured into empathy," one fan wrote on Twitter. "That's not compassion. That's PR." A shift in the family's legacy. In the months that followed, Christine and Janelle began speaking out more openly about what they wish they had known before agreeing to years of public life. "We wanted to share our lives honestly," Christine said in a podcast interview. But somewhere along the way, the honesty started being shaped to fit a narrative. And that narrative wasn't always fair. Both women have since launched online communities focused on personal growth, family healing, and emotional awareness. They speak not with bitterness, but with hard-earned wisdom. "We can't undo the past," Janelle added. "But we can tell our stories our way now, fully, honestly, without edits."